Is your toilet leaking? Wasting water? Making funny noises? Welcome to BTP, where a plumber of 15 years shows you how to rectify such issues. But first, we always turn the water off! Here in the land down under, we have isolation valves next to our toilets for serviceability. But look at this. No love at all? Disgusting. Clockwise, baby. If someone comes to my house and doesn't protect the floors, I'm livid. Send them packing. All right, baby. Showtime. Oh, fuck. Have a look at this. Assistant service turned cesspool. What? Mrs. Jones, I have a few fucking questions. Have your fingers been broken for all of your life? This makes my job so much harder. Oh, give me a moment. We're going to do some cleaning. Only got me so far. And right now, I want to pull it all apart. But before I get there, Mr. BTP, what are we even looking at? I like to explain a toilet system to an apprentice like a rainwater tank. It has water come in and out. In through the water inlet valve and out through the flapper, the outlet mechanism operated by the buttons. To break it down even further than that, we need to service these items. The water inlet valve, I know for a fact, these style valves are what came original with this. This is a Caroma toilet, and why I've chosen this is because in Australia, the land down under, there are a dime a dozen. They're everywhere. These water valves, I always change out now with a modern fluid master. I'll show you them later, but these are prone to hissing. You know that 5 or 10 minute hissing at the end of your toilet cycle? Annoying. But inside of that valve, you have what's called a ball cock valve. I love these things. We replace these rubbers out, and that's basically it for the water inlet valve. But for the water outlet valve, it's a little bit more complex than that. We've got to get to it down here. These Caroma units are just so robust. You know, this thing was probably put in the 80s. I love it. But like any toilet, when the outlet rubber fails, it starts to go all wavy and like breaks down. We replace them. Have a look at this. I bet you this would, just come apart on me like that. This thing is absolutely fucked. Thanks, Mrs. Jones. Fuck, Mrs. Jones. I told you to turn the fucking fan off. I don't want your free food. I want you to clean your fucking toilet instead. Don't turn the fan on again, or else. Fucking good help is so hard to find. Have a gander at old versus new. You can also see in this top rubber here, see this black indent? That's the part that seats on the water inlet valve itself. That's crucially replaced. And this can be a prick to get out. I always use this to dive into it, peel it. Look at that, baby. Easy as. From here, it's just rinse and repeat. Dishwasher, stretch it over the collar itself. It can be a bit of a prick sometimes. You've got to really, there we are. And then this bad boy right on top. And then what I do from here, you can see it's just not even perfectly aligned yet. What I like to do is dig my nail in on the side, and you'll be able to see this in a second. You know, I might look like a stooge, but look how much more proud that sits. Sits completely different. Little tech tip for you. That's the difference between the valve working and not, baby. Having teamed a bucket and a rag to clean this valve, I now want to remove the rubber. And this is a great process to do inside the bucket, because just like this, you know, it can get everywhere. It can actually get on top of the walls. I've had it before where it stains walls. Awful. And what I do from here, do a bit of a clean up, any of the old crusty rubber off it. Then from here, a little tech tip, baby. Something that took me years to find out. The new rubber, yes, it's red, just a different batch. Tap lube on it, all over it, baby. Like it's about to have a good time. And this helps it slide into the grooves themselves to help the rubber centralize. And also, why not a little bit of grease on the rubber? It helps it last longer. But from here, you know, this is where you need help for centralizing it. What I do is I put my fingers, pinch them on the rubber and twist the whole mechanism, holding my finger on the white parts. Pinch the rubber, twist, and you can slowly see, I don't know if you can see this at all, there's red in here, but not red there. Without the grease, this can be a bitch to get in. Really quite a process. Even right now, this thing is playing funny buggers with me. Give me a moment here, baby. There we are, beautiful. Now you can start to see the rubber ring all the way throughout. Look at that, exactly how we want it. While we're here, the float mechanism comes apart in 3. You have the float itself. Look at this. Bam, and then the mechanism. That's also getting a clean while we're down here. Whilst everything is apart, this is our chance to clean everything, and especially remember these crusty bits inside the valve. Woo, what a contrast! As the outlet valve was removed last, it is first in, baby. These fins here line up with the 3 fins down the bottom. This can be tricky sometimes, and I like to take my time without damaging the equipment. Slide it in, line those fins up, and then all it is from here is just drop it in, baby. Right, that. And then you'll notice, but Mr. BTP, I push the mechanism and nothing happens. Well, baby, what happens from here is these little hollow parts have to attach to the mechanism on the side. Set this mechanical lever and lift it up. This is why I love old equipment, because everything's mechanical. There's no bellows or pneumatic hoses or anything. Robust. With the outlet mechanism sorted, we now have the inlet to do. You will notice there's a rectangle hole in the inlet, and there is also a rectangle plug. We want to make sure that they line up correctly together. We sit the ball cock valve in. We make sure that we get the locking nut on top. Sit it all the way in. We can feel that little click. There we go. And then we do the valve up. And look at that, baby. It's just that easy. BTP love, baby. Water back on. Ooh, feel the power. As the water rises, so does the float valve. And as the float valve rises, it puts pressure on the rubber inside the mechanism, which shuts the water off. Now today, we're looking to target the water height of 9 litres with this adjuster right here. I don't know if you can hear this, but the hissing noise is still there. Mrs. Jones, doesn't matter how many times I service the valve makes the noise through the design. Now in regards to setting the water level, because this takes so long to shut off, I'll hold my hand down, but I can already see that we're encroaching that 9 litre mark. So let's even stop this. We'll adjust this and get back to it. What I'm looking to do here is a few clockwise twists to effectively lift this arm up. I don't know about you, but I can't hear a noise. But here's a fun fact for you. Mr. BTP, what happens if this arm just continues to go down and this tank floods? Won't my house flood? Wrong! Fun fact for you, this is an actual overflow mechanism which will come down into the pan. Look at this, hands free, baby. Once the water breaches that line there, we're gonna get water right down and into the system, baby. But look at that. This is why your house can never flood. Genius. Genius! You now know enough to be dangerous inside your bathroom. Congratulations, you know how to service your toilet system. But like most things, it doesn't always make sense in the real world to service things. The water inlet valve, I like to change out with a Fluid Master. I've been doing them for years. Even brand new toilets that have low quality water inlet valves. Fluid Master's the go-to, baby. Not even sponsored. I just back good equipment. These things shut off instantly. There's no more of that hiss noise. As a service provider, when I come to a house or any broken thing, I offer a good, better, best solution. Yes, Miss Jones, we can leave that valve in there, but for a little extra money, we can completely do with the redundancy and make it modern. Why not, baby? That BTP love. Mr. BTP, I already know how to install all this stuff. I just can't sell it. Teach me how to sell it to the client. And the first mistake is there, we don't sell, we educate and inform. They decide what's right for their budget and circumstances. Once I pull this bad boy apart, I'll be able to look at it and know what's wrong. I'll immediately come up with a good, better, best solution, bring Mrs. Jones up here and inform her of that. Mrs. Jones, let me offer you a good, better, best solution for today's rectification. A good solution would be to replace the rubbers that have broken down and keep the valving the same. A better solution would be to, let's do away with this old float mechanism, this hissing noise. You know, every time you flush the toilet that's right next to your bedroom and you hear that hissing noise for half an hour. Let's do away with that with a modern valve. These come standard in toilets now. Pull it out, show her. Humans have sensors, they want to see what's going on. Mrs. Jones, this is a Fluid Master. These are excellent to service. Look at this, in and out. Think of the money you're going to save in the future, paying someone to pull it in and out quicker. Way better. But also that it shuts off immediately. And look at that, water level adjustment, so easy. You can even do it yourself. Love it. But then we can go one step further. Mrs. Jones, if you want to incorporate the whole hog, this toilet hasn't been loved. You can tell, definitely hasn't been loved. Like most of the things around here. Let's incorporate the whole hog today. Let's replace the flexible connectors that feed the toilet and also the consumable rubbers, the pan cone and the flush pipe rubber. I like to show everyone all of this while I'm talking to them. You know, I find most people are humans. They like to have that good conversation and be informed. And if I can come talking well-ish and informing them of what's going on and educate them, they normally find, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. But also putting in real people terms and having that conversation with them. Mrs. Jones, I've just pulled all your shit apart. This is what's going on. This is why I'm charging you money. This is the solution. I think we should do this. What would you like to do? We don't sell anything here. We inform the client. They decide what's right for them and their budget. But 9 times out of 10, I find people love to look after their house. It's their biggest investment. That's a little bit of business for you. This is how I sort of sell things. You know, I inform the clients and they decide what's right for them. I don't push anything on anyone. I, in fact, tell them the opposite. I don't give a shit about your plumbing or anything. I have my own shit going right. You decide what's right for you. I couldn't give a fuck, but here's the information. I love you, but also clean your fucking toilet.
Thank you very much. If you found the content interesting, please give me one big like and one big subscribe here as the content creator. It helped big time. Me love you.